All the Bright Places by Niven. I have wanted to read this book for basically since I've heard about it. I was very intrigued by the premise of it, probably because I have quite an interest in mental health, and as such this book leaned quite nicely towards me. I also do really like this genre. It's possibly one of my favourites, the sort of young adult genre where nothing extraordinary is happening, as in no supernatural fantasy elements, just sort of young adult contemporary, I think, is the genre it would be classified under. But this was a really good book. I can easily see this becoming one of those sort of young adult books that goes down in kind of cult classics kind of thing. That, you know, you have like Fangirl, Eleanor and Park, Fault in Our Stars, that kind of, the books that everyone knows of the genre. I feel like this is going to become one of them, just because of the issues it tackles and how it is written. I'm going to keep playing this book, so I will put it down. But before I do, I just want to say how beautiful the cover is. I really like it. I love the bright colours and the post-it notes that are stuck all over it, and the slight 3D effect they have on the cover. The post-it notes are obviously a lot more relevant once you've read the book, but I really like the way this is displayed. Even the back, like how the blurb is done and things like that, and just how it's summarised. Actually, the best way, instead of giving an actual summary, I think the book does it really well, so I'm just going to read it off it. And it just says, the story of a girl who learns to live from a boy who wants to die. That's predominantly the premise of this whole book. To go into a little bit more detail, we have our two main characters, Violet and Finch. Violet is quite one of the popular people, one of the in crowd. Finch is seen as the school's sort of weirdo. He's constantly referred to as a freak. However, one day they both end up at the top of the bell tower at school, both contemplating jumping off. That's normally the premise, and it goes further into their stories. So Finch, you find out, has actually got a mental health disorder. I suspected it was kind of bipolar from reading the book from the beginning, and then later on it's mentioned that it might be bipolar, but it's never confirmed. And then Violet is dealing with the death of her sister Eleanor, who died a year ago, and people are expecting her to be over it a lot more by now than she actually is. Sorry, I'm sitting down the bed, so I'm going to move. I've come dangerously close now, sorry about that. So yeah, you kind of have that premise between the two of them, and then Finch saves Violet's life. He stops her from jumping, but he claims that he stopped her to sort of help her keep her school cred as it is, because he's already seen as a bit of a weirdo, so he doesn't really mind. And then he kind of forces them to pair up together on a geography project they have to undertake, and from there they sort of develop as both people and as a relationship together. And I really liked how it was written. I really liked how mental health was addressed throughout the book. I think Jennifer did it very well. She didn't glorify it or romanticise it and make it seem like this almost desired thing that I feel like some books and films and things do nowadays. But she also didn't treat it like some sort of freakish anomaly, that there's something wrong with it. She kind of just said it was all just a part of some people's lives, and it covered quite a range of characters in the book, and different reactions to it. But it was quite nice for it to be shown in a positive, not a positive light, but a light where it is real. It's not seen as something that's people are just a bit sad. It's actually seen as a proper issue, almost just as much as physical health, and I really enjoyed that. I also had the character development. I liked the way their relationship developed. I liked them and how they developed as characters. Finch, I instantly liked as a character. I thought he was a very interesting male protagonist. Violet, I did not like at the beginning, but she really did grow on me through her development, so that was interesting to see and witness. And I liked the way the story was written, with the geography field trip of having to go around their state and visit places, and then they kind of had to write about this place and the significance of it and take pictures or take something from it, and they decided they wanted to leave something behind as well. And they kind of just went on these wanderings, and through these wanderings Finch almost helps Violet get over the death of her sister. I don't know if get over is the right word, but he helps her deal with her grief and get over her fears because of it. And I think it's just a really interesting way it was done, and I did really enjoy it. I really did enjoy this book. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's well deserved. I knock off a couple of points purely because I think It was slightly predictable. It has been a format that's been done a lot, like the nerdy boy and the popular girl. It's, or vice versa, you can have the popular boy and the nerdy girl, but it's, that in itself is not something new as a concept. I'm a little bit bored of that kind of storyline predictor, and I don't like the fact, well, I don't know if I don't like it or not. I'm not sure I like the fact that it was him that sort of, it could be seen that he was filling the hole of her grief and that she needed him to get better. I'm not sure if that's what it was meant to be, or it was just his timing coincided with the time she was finally ready to accept her sister's death. I'm still undecided on where I stand on that, and as such I'm only giving it an 8 out of 10 and possibly a 9 out of 10. I mean, it's still a really good book, and I can totally understand all the sorts of praise and accolade it is getting. So that's what I thought of all the Bright Places. If you have read the book, please let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you like it, dislike it, have a problem with it, with some of the aspects that are being displayed, some of the themes, as in mental health? Did you like the way it was displayed or not? Who knows? Please let me know in the comments if you have an opinion, and if not, I will see you soon. Hope everyone is well.